Hi everyone, I'm Edith and this is the next episode of the Mind Talk interview series. Today we are introducing Oriana, a company that helps businesses streamline and digitalize their key processes in one unified platform. My guest is Basa, the CEO of Oriana. Hi Richie, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hi Edith.
Before we dive in, tell us a little about yourself. How long have you been leading Oriana and what attracted you to the company?
So I have joined Oriana at 2011 when I joined to my friend who was the owner of and the founder of the company. And previously we decided to invest some startups and invest into some software companies. And the first target was Oriana. But after a while we have realized with Peter that we are not investors, so we cannot invest into multiple companies because we've got different approach and different risk levels. And then Oriana was there, and we started to talk about that we should focus on this company because there is a huge potential in it. So after a while, in 15 and 16, I have fully joined to the company. I have ran other businesses before, and I have started some other companies, but then at that time at 15 I have joined full-time to Oriana, and then we have started it together. And my motivation to join to Oriana was two things. First of all, I have worked for multinational companies where I have done business with products which came from another department, and we cannot made any suggestions or any modification on the product. So I always dreamed about to build a company which has got its own product, and where we have got we've got motivation and we've got a lot of inspiration to build a product for the customers. And the other thing is to build my own company. So this together brings together the motivation to join to Oriana.
Of course, every journey comes with challenges. What has been the biggest one for Oriana in recent years, and how did you overcome it?
I think every startup has got challenges. I think one thing is, which I think not everybody is talking about it, or none of them is talking about it, that if you make because I have run companies before which has got huge profits and huge revenue and a very good reputation. To build up a company, one thing is that you need to establish your trust on the market, and you need to build up an ecosystem around you which believes you and which believes that this product and this company can solve my issues and solve my problems. The other thing is that at the beginning, when you've got investors, you do a business plan which is not profitable. And it's not easy to maintain, because if you get a profitable business plan and you lose some revenue, or you just make some or you increase your costs, it's still profitable. At the end, it's maybe some adjustment in the business plan, but you still have got the cash flow, you still have got the profit. But if your original business plan is planning with 1 million minus at the end, and you lose some revenue and increase the cost, it can be immediately 2 million, and then the cash flow is collapse. So I think a lot of companies struggling with this at the beginning, and we've got the same situation several times. And of course, we had a very good investor team who has helped us during this period, and also I have invested back into the company from my money. But it's not an easy way. And I think we have stepped over in these periods successfully because we have always had a B plan. And plan B or plan C is working. And I think it's important in this type of companies that how can survive the first 2, 3, 5 years, and then go to the next stage where you are profitable, when you can invest your own money, you can build up a different type of business plan. The other thing is, which is very, I think, important, to keep up with the technology. Today, AI is coming, low-code, no-code is coming, so a company who try to solve issues for enterprises and mid-sized companies and try to build business applications has got a lot of impact. There is a lot of competitors on the market. So you need to find out your identity. Which is your identity? Which is the identity of the company? What we can solve very well and what we cannot solve. At the beginning, we shoot on everything, of course, like a small company. If they come any type of idea, we said that we can do it. But now we are much more focusing on one type of solutions, and it's back office digitalization and back office solutions. So I think it was hard to accept that we need to specialize the company and we cannot solve everything.
There are many software solutions out there, so the question naturally comes up, how is Oriana different from other enterprise software?
So what I think really differentiates us is that we're focusing on a domain. It's back office digitalization and case management. And we have built up a content library for that, and which contains applications, solution, use cases, but it means real code and real solutions on the platform. Also, we specialize the platform to serve this type of issues, and also our professional service is trained for that. So they've got this domain knowledge which can support the customer, how they can build up their own solution, how can they customize our solutions. So they can pick up a piece of the content library, but they can customize it with the technology. And it's a no-code technology because we don't have time to coding. And I think as AI comes in, it will be much, much faster and much, much easier. The other thing is that we train also our partners to do this. If they are strong in a domain, for example, in procurement or in HR or in compliance, how they can build up their own solutions on the platform. Even they can build up their own application, or we've got an ISV program. So I think this ecosystem is strong, and this can provide a wide range solution for the customers from the beginning till the end, and they can do it in one platform, which is very important. So they can use one technology platform to serve all these issues from procurement to HR to compliance, and also some smaller processes. So it's just up to them how they can scale up this solution in their company.
Okay, and what types of companies is Oriana designed for?
I sometimes believe that we can deliver for small companies, but I think not. We're focusing on mid-size and enterprise companies because small companies typically build their back office digitalization on SaaS solutions. So they do it in piece by piece. They pick up a small ERP system, they pick up a billing system, they pick up some HR solutions, but it's not integrated. It's not an end-to-end process digitalization. We think we can deliver to those who need a tailor-made solution and who want to build their own solution, and who has got the demand and ready and big enough for that to implement such a kind of solution which we delivers. The typical, which I say to the customers when we talk to them, and sometimes we say to the customer that we are not the company you need to work with, because we are maybe much more expensive than if you pick up just a small SaaS solution. But we do another thing. Another thing is that the SaaS solutions, it works like an on-the-shelf product. Even you can choose a custom-made product, which is expensive, long. Everybody knows the problems with the custom development. So we are between the two. We can deliver a box, but you can customize it. Of course, it's a little bit, it has got more cost than the SaaS or the on-the-shelf products, but you can do your tailor-made end-to-end digitalization application, and that's what I think we're targeting. And it's working, because if we talk to our customers, and in the beginning we define that what is the demand, and it's a simple demand just for a document management or a simple workflow. We say that, okay, we can do simple workflows, then we can give you the tool. It's the entry level. It's easy and it's working, but if you go for a complex, much more complex level, then you need to move on, and then you need the platform, then you need this solution. So we can I think now we can define who is a customer and who is not. But of course we talk to everybody. If somebody comes to us, we can help them to start, how they can start the digitalization. But sometimes we say that we are not the good partner for them, and we can suggest them some other solutions. So the other differentiator is when somebody needs an end-to-end digitalization. So if somebody just would like to digital hire onboarding process, they can do it with a simple tool. But if you want to digitalize the HR and the contract management, and in the contract management, he would like to see all the contracts from the company, from NDAs to procurement contracts. It's a totally different approach. So if you need a platform and you need an end-to-end solution, then we are the good guys who you need to come for.
Okay, thank you. Let's see another topic, artificial intelligence. Many leaders want to integrate AI into their operations. What do you think is needed to make it truly successful?
Yes, AI is a topic. AI is everywhere. But my question is, what you can use it for? And that's the big question. If I am sitting in the morning and I check my Facebook, I've got advertised for go to an AI training, you are over 40, you don't know anything about this, you need to learn it. Yes, it's maybe true. For me, it's not, but for a typical 40, 50-year-old CEO I think he can be afraid what I can do with it and what I'm losing. Am I ready for that? Is my company ready for that? They don't know anything about this. They don't know how to use it. And I think it's very important that this is coming from everywhere. But nobody tells them why. Why you should use AI. Why you should use ChatGPT. It's AI, but it's not helping my company. Yeah, you can use it in different areas and different departments. But what is AI for? AI is to reduce the workload and reduce and make it more efficient, my company. Then I invest into AI. Why I should invest in something which is not give me return? And I think nobody tells them how it works. What we do is that we say that without digitalization first, that this is the zero step. You need to digitalize your processes first. But how you can implement AI if you haven't got a strict process and the written methodology, how you work? Then you can put pieces and AI solutions into your company, but how you can measure it? Is it more efficient or less? I don't know. So what we should offer to our customers is two different things. We've got two approaches for that. We've got development, and we call it a strategic AI development, which we do. We implement AI solutions into the platform and into the developer tools and into the no-code tools. For example, if you redesign a workflow, it offers you the next step. What is the best practice, for example, in a procurement? If you make this step, the next step should be this, and it helps you to move on. But this is how you create the application. But on the other hand, it's very important that we can immediately use AI tools to implement into the application, and we call it tactical AI implementation, which is very easy and very fast. And there is a lot of solutions on the market, and it's growing every day or in every hour. Let me give you an example. If we build up an HR system, and there is a lot of modules from onboarding to exit tool for performance management or just onboarding or recruitment, and we build it, and then we talk to HR and we say, okay, how we can help you to implement AI. For example, if the CV comes in, a lot of CV comes in an email or in your website, they fill a form and they just send you the CVs. You've got the job description, which has been validated before several times in the management and in the team. And the AI can do, for example, that he can check it, that these CVs is valid for that job description. And it's easy. It helps you because then you can check thousands of CVs and you can pick up the 10 most relevant. That's what AI for on the tactical side. And there's a lot of other solutions. If you've got a bill and it comes in, previously we offered an OCR solution. You need to OCR the bill and then check it and teach the system what kind of bills or invoices you get and how it's getting to the application and how it's getting to the database and what type of workloads runs on for example, just an approval of a bill or an invoice. Now it's easy. You implement on a tactical side an AI tool. It immediately gives every data to the database, and then you can build up your own in-house workflow to, for example, for this invoice approval. So that's what we think about AI. That first you need to build a stable, solid platform and a solid solution for that, where you can implement AI. It's similar like RPA. When RPA has started, everybody started to build RPA. But after a while, RPA has built up a shadow IT in the companies. Everybody has built up some RPA. I have had an example from one of my customers where there was the accounting team and the financial team, and they have run two different RPA, and they have done the same, nearly the same process, but with different method, and they overwrite the data every minute for each other, and the controlling report was never right. It was wrong always, and they haven't found out why. Mm-hmm. And then somebody has found out that the two robots has done the same thing, and they have rewrite the data all the time. So it can happen if there is no structure on that. We say that for this, for AI, for RPA, for this new type of solution, you need an orchestrator. Oriana can be the orchestrator for that, because we come from the business, we know the domain, we build up the process, and then we can tell you where to put an RPA, where to put a robot, where to put an AI solution. It helps you, it makes you more efficient, but it still keeps the organization. And I think it's very important in IT security view, from compliance view, or from data leak. So there is a lot of aspects which in enterprises and mid-sized companies are important. Of course, it's not important if you run a coffee shop in the corner, but for let's say, I think over 100 million euro revenue or 10 million euro revenue, you need a company which runs on a stable basis and digitalized on a stable basis. And that's what we can do, I think, with AI and with this type of technologies.
Okay, looking ahead, how do you see the future of the software market? Where are enterprise solutions heading?
It's a very good question. I think if I would know the answer, I would build up a unicorn in the next some weeks. But I don't know that. I've got some idea about it. Yeah. And what I can tell you is what I experience and what I can see at my customers or on the market. What we can see is that, yes, AI is coming. As we talked about before, AI is coming on the development side, also on the customer side, on the users, they will use it. I think everybody is using ChatGPT or other type of AI chat and NLP solutions. But I think AI will somehow need to be organized. That's the first thing. The other thing is we need to check what is AI is doing. Because, of course, we use AI tools in our development team. And I've got the feedback from them that, yeah, it's working, it's nice, it helps a lot, typically, but it's not planning the architecture, for example. It doesn't find out the new features for the product. So there's a lot of things which it cannot be done. I think somebody says that the junior developers will be, so that category will be over and it's disappear. Okay, but how it can be in the next? How we have got mediocre developers if we haven't got juniors, never, ever in the future. So there is, I think, a lot of questions which is not found out yet. Mm-hmm. The other thing is that I think, and I believe in that, and it helps, so AI helps to move in this way, that the customers wants to build their own solution. They don't want to talk to IT developers. They would like to get a tool which I can use and I can do it on my own because I know what I am doing in my business and I want to digitalize it more easier. And I think it has started a lot of, so no code is the same philosophy. BI tools, for example, Power BI or Tableau or other solutions do the same, that I can do my dashboards on my own. I can do a dashboard in BI. It's not a miracle. I am not, okay, of course, I used to be a developer, but today I am not saying I'm a developer, but I can do in a very nice dashboard in BI. So these tools will help this and it's make it faster. then I think the philosophy will change. We need to provide a tool, and that's what we do. Our mission is, and also in our roadmap is just one focus, that how we can build a product to be a no-code product, a real no-code product. So how, and make it much more easier to build up a business solution in our platform. And I think this is the future. And the near future can be anyway, which is just my idea, or not just my idea, but I can believe in that I don't want to push buttons in a software. I want to talk to the software. Mm-hmm. And I want to talk to the solution and get the answers. For example, if I say and we have done it, that's why I know, this is called conversation UI. If I ask the software that who is on holiday today, and I've got an immediate list on my phone in the morning when I sit into the car, it's a good solution for me. And I don't want to push buttons in a mobile application in the car that who is on the vacation, and then I would like to know that who is on vacation who hasn't been on vacation in the last 2 months, or who has got 2 children, or any other question. And if I just can tell it to a conversation in a conversation model, it gives me back the answer. That's the future, I think, and it's a newer future because the leaders and the management team members and all these type of employees don't want to use complex applications and dashboards and everything. They would like to know exactly what they ask, and if the AI can help on it and the solutions can help this, I think this can be a good next step for business softwares. But how you can solve this and how you can provide this data for the AI need data. If you've got a platform where all the data is in one place. So if you've got the HR data, you've got the financial data, you've got you've got the documents there, and it can collect you all the information together and give you the answer. So that's why I think we focus on mid-size and enterprise companies, because there's a lot of data, and at that level, you need a complex platform which can provide you all this data. The other thing is with AI and with AI development, that we have talked with a huge AI team, and we've got a lot of, we had a very good conversation with them. And they said that, okay guys, but you can build application now with AI. And we said, okay, what type of application you can build? Smaller applications and not so complex. Of course, maybe later on you can build complex application. Mm-hmm. But I would like to ask you that if you want to implement into this solution, for example, at Deutsche Telekom or at E.ON, they need the IT security, they need a lot of things around it. So if you want to put it into an enterprise environment, you need a platform. You need something where you can build this and this application, and which guarantees the high level security, the scalability, the reliability, and all these things. So that's why we think that if you build on a platform, and of course we use AI, we can use the same. We can build application immediately with AI on the platform, but we can run this application in a strict environment.
Oriana is a digitalization platform. How does it relate to the future of artificial intelligence?
So as we talked before, I think you need the first step. First step is to digitalize your company, and digitalize your processes, get your data together, and build an end-to-end solution. That's what we can do for you. After that, you can find out where to put AI or RPA or any other new technology to make your company more efficient. And we can help you during this road and during this journey, let's say. Mm-hmm. And I think the journey now needs to be fast, because there's no time to lose and waste your time to wait that, okay, what is AI about? AI is here, AI is coming like a huge train. And I think you need to step on this train. If a company don't use AI, I think they will lose their competence and competition focus, because they will struggling after a while, and the others will move on. So what you need to do, you need to decide now. 10 years ago we said digitalize, 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 and the CEOs asked me why I should digitalize. It's working. Yeah, but now they realize that it's not working so efficient. They haven't got enough employee, mostly in Europe, it's a huge problem. You haven't got, you need to provide home office for everyone. How you can provide home office without digitalized back office solutions? Never you can provide it. And even one day home office is enough, because then you need to provide the same environment for your employees than if they should sit in the company. And the AI is the next step. But what we offer is that we can help you and we can escort you during this journey. First, we digitalize your company, then we can provide you and help you to implement AI. And I think one thing is very important. Just use digitalized solutions and build software and build AI for those things, which makes you more efficient, and you can calculate the return on investment. So just to digitalize and use AI tools, just to spend money, it's not worth it. And we are the company who is really focusing on that. Why do you want to do this? Why it will make you more efficient? How it can be, how it generates you profit or extra revenue or less cost or anything. But without that, you don't do this. So that's maybe which I think in the next some years, it will be the focus it should be the focus for the companies.
As a leader, how realistic is it today to run a company effectively without artificial intelligence?
I think today it's, you can run a company without AI at the moment. Mm-hmm. I think, I think we should differentiate the companies. An IT software development company is different than a pharma company. But I think in the future, everybody needs to find out where to use AI. And just to use AI, as I mentioned, to spend money and to say that I am using AI and I'm very, very fancy and I use AI now, it's not worth to do this. You need to find out what for. And I think the use cases at the moment are not so clear for everybody. So yeah, of course, I can use ChatGPT, or I can use image generator AI for marketing, or even I think we record this podcast, and there is a lot of AI tools which should generate the same podcast with us with different words and in different languages. I have seen my friend has done it. And he has just do it in, I think, 4 languages, and his mouse was moving like he was talking in Spanish or in Polish or in English. But it's easy. But for a company, it's not a solution. An enterprise company not use AI for this type of things. So of course they will use it, or the marketing agency will use it for that, or the marketing team will use it and make it much more, generate more content or generate more leads. But the company itself, how it can be efficient with AI, I think it's a different story. It's a more complex story to implement AI. And I think you can build up with AI a shadow IT also, which can generate a lot of problems. So you need to be careful how you can implement AI. And that's why we say that you need an orchestrator platform for that. And after that, you can use AI. But at the moment, I think in the next some years, 1-2 years, it will be the same method how we work. But I don't know the point when it will change rapidly. When, for example, you start to use conversation AI, and then you need to serve, for example, the leadership team with this type of solutions. And if somebody is not ready for that, then the CIO just will think that how I can solve this now, but he's not prepared for that. He cannot solve it immediately. So I think you need to make a plan. You need to have a digitalization and AI strategy. I don't think that if you haven't started to implement it today, you lost your business. No, but if you don't start it today to think about it and build a strategy, you will lose it in the next some years. And you will be much more compatible than the others.
Let's see another topic. How do you see the future of Oriana?
Of course, I see it as a multinational company. That's my dream. And I think every founder is starting a company for that. And if somebody's not, he's not in a good way, on a good track. Our next step, I think, is we start to focusing on the Southern Eastern European market. Now we will introduce a new product in some weeks, and after that we've got the next step in the middle of 26, where we will issue the new platform with a no-code studio and supported with AI. And I think it will be a huge step for everybody if we will launch it. The plan is ready. We have started to do this, and I thought that it will be some years to build it, but my team said that it's not. It's much more faster, but we've got a very nice and very good idea about how we can help the customers to really give them a tool which helps them to digitalize immediately and in much shorter time than before. So I think this is what I would like to see next year. So it's a short term. In the long term, I think business application development will change. And as you asked and what we have told is AI and new technologies will come into it. And it will be much faster, much easier for the customers to digitalize their knowledge, their business. And I think it will happen in, let's say, 2-3 years. And we will see what happens after that. I don't know. But I hope that Oriana will keep move on this with this wave, and we'll be the top on this wave, and we can help our customers to navigate in this new type of era and with this new type of technologies. And I think we can be the stable point where they can say, hey guys, there is a lot of new technologies. What and which one I should implement? And I hope we can help them.
And my final question, if you had to sum up in a single sentence what Oriana offers companies, what would it be?
I think we can bring order to chaos with this new technology and with everything which comes in the future. So we can be the stable point.
Richie, thanks so much for the conversation.
Thank you.
And wishing you and the whole Oriana team lots of success with all your upcoming projects and opportunities. All in all, it's clear that Oriana is not just software, it's a mindset, bringing transparency, simplicity, and real support to companies' everyday operations. If you want to learn more about this topic, don't forget to register for our Digitalk e-summit through the link in bio. That's where Oriana's webinar will be coming soon, giving you a closer look and more technical insights. Thank you.
Thank you.